Welcome to Serbia. Serbia. A land where rivers carve history into the earth, where fortresses rise above ancient crossroads, and where music, tradition, and resilience flow together like the Danube at twilight. Nestled in the heart of the Balkans, Serbia is not only a nation, but a bridge between East and West, past and future, memory and hope. At dawn, Belgrade, the White City, awakens at the confluence of the Danube and Sava rivers. Kalemegdan Fortress watches in silence as the morning sun paints its stone walls gold, while the streets below fill with life. Cafes serving strong coffee, open markets buzzing with voices, and trams rumbling toward a new day. By night, the city transforms into a rhythm of music and laughter, its floating clubs on the river shining like lanterns across the water. Beyond Belgrade, Serbia reveals landscapes both gentle and wild. In the south, medieval monasteries rise from misty valleys, their frescoes glowing with centuries of faith and artistry. In the north, the plains of Vojvodina stretch endlessly, dotted with vineyards and fields that change colors with the seasons. The Đerdap Gorge, where the Danube carves a path between cliffs, tells stories of emperors and conquerors who once traveled these waters. Mountains dominate the horizon in western Serbia, where Tara and Zlatibor whisper with forests of pine and meadows filled with wildflowers. In winter, their slopes invite skiers, while in summer, they become havens for hikers seeking silence under endless skies. Villages here preserve traditions of wood carving, folk songs, and hearty meals served with homemade rakia, the fiery drink that warms both body and spirit. Serbia is also a land of festivals. In Guča, the sound of trumpets fills the air in a celebration of music and soul, while in Novi Sad, the Petrovaradin Fortress hosts Exit, one of Europe's most vibrant music festivals where ancient walls pulse with modern rhythms. Every gathering, from harvest feasts to Orthodox celebrations, is an expression of joy, resilience, and togetherness. The cuisine of Serbia reflects its crossroads identity. Grilled meats sizzle over open fires, fresh bread and cheese are served with generosity, and stews, rich with paprika, carry flavors of both East and West. Meals are shared slowly with laughter, stories, and a sense of belonging. This is Serbia, a land of fortresses and forests of rivers and rhythms, of memory and celebration. More than a destination, it is a meeting place of worlds, a journey into resilience, beauty, and the timeless heart of the Balkans. Užice, a city in western Serbia, is a place where dramatic landscapes, layered history, and vibrant culture come together in a distinctive blend. Nestled in a valley along the Drina River and surrounded by the mountains of Zlatibor, Tara, and Mokra Gora, Užice is both a gateway to nature and a city with a strong industrial and historical identity. Its setting, steep cliffs and forested hills rising around the urban core, gives it a rugged beauty that sets it apart from other Serbian towns. The heart of Užice is shaped by its history. In the Middle Ages, it was an important stronghold, later falling under Ottoman rule, which left behind influences in architecture and urban life. During World War II, Užice briefly became the capital of the short-lived Republic of Užice, the first liberated territory in occupied Europe, a legacy still remembered with pride. Museums and monuments across the city, such as the National Museum and Partizan Square, reflect this layered past. Užice is also marked by its industrial heritage. In the 20th century, it grew as a hub of metalworking and textiles, and the city's hydroelectric power plant on the Drina River, built in 1900 and modeled after Tesla's ideas at Niagara, was the first of its kind in the Balkans. Today, this blend of tradition and innovation remains part of the city's identity. Nature, however, is Užice's greatest treasure. The Drina River Canyon, with its walking and cycling paths, offers a green retreat right by the city. Just beyond, the Zlatibor Plateau provides alpine meadows and ski slopes. Tara National Park shelters rich forests and wildlife, and Mokra Gora's Shagan 8 Railway enchants with a historic train ride through mountain tunnels and bridges. These surroundings make Užice a perfect base for exploring Western Serbia's natural wonders. Culturally, Užice has a lively spirit. Traditional markets showcase local produce, from cheeses and smoked meats to handmade crafts, while festivals celebrate music, film, and regional heritage. The warmth of the people, combined with hearty Serbian cuisine served in local taverns, gives visitors a sense of authentic hospitality. With its dramatic scenery, rich history, and strong ties to both tradition and modern life, Užice is more than just a stop on the map. It is a city that embodies the resilience and charm of Western Serbia. It invites travelers to discover not only its monuments and museums, but also the landscapes and communities that make it unique. Diliblato Sands, often called the European Sahara, is one of the most unique natural landscapes in Serbia and the entire Balkan region. Stretching across the southern part of the Banat Plain in Vojvodina, this vast sandy terrain once formed part of an ancient desert created by winds and shifting dunes after the Ice Age. Today, it covers around 300 square kilometers, making it the largest sandy area in Europe, a rare environment where wilderness, biodiversity, and cultural history converge. At first glance, Diliblato Sands surprises with its contrasts. Rolling dunes rise and fall like ocean waves, some reaching up to 200 meters, yet much of the area is now stabilized by vegetation. Forests of acacia, oak, and pine intermingle with open meadows and steppe grasslands, creating a patchwork of habitats. This mosaic has made the sands a refuge for rare and endangered species, both plants and animals. More than 900 plant species grow here, including some found nowhere else in Serbia, while the wildlife includes deer, wild boar, golden jackals, and over 180 species of birds. The great bustard, one of Europe's heaviest flying birds, finds shelter in this unique ecosystem. The sands also carry cultural and historical significance. For centuries, local communities adapted to this unusual environment, using its pastures for grazing and its forests for wood. In the 19th century, large-scale afforestation projects were undertaken to tame the shifting dunes, shaping the landscape visitors see today. Despite these changes, Diliblato retains its aura of vastness and freedom, a place where nature feels both fragile and immense. For travelers, Diliblato Sands offers a variety of experiences. Hiking and cycling trails wind through forests, meadows, and dunes, while birdwatchers can spend hours spotting rare species. Seasonal changes bring new beauty, from wildflowers carpeting the meadows in spring to the golden glow of grasslands in summer and autumn. The area is also tied to local folklore and traditions, with nearby villages offering glimpses of Banat's cultural heritage and cuisine. As a special nature reserve, Diliblato Sands is protected for its ecological importance, but it is also a living landscape where people and nature meet. It stands as a reminder of Europe's ancient natural history and is a symbol of Serbia's environmental diversity. With its vast dunes, rich biodiversity, and cultural depth, Diliblato Sands is more than a natural curiosity. It is a rare treasure in Europe, inviting visitors to experience both the silence of the desert and the vitality of life that thrives within it. Novi Sad, set on the banks of the Danube and beneath the imposing Petrovaradin fortress, is Serbia's second-largest city and the cultural heart of the Vojvodina region. With its layered history and lively modern spirit, the city blends Austro-Hungarian heritage with Serbian identity and the youthful energy of a cosmopolitan hub. At the center lies Liberty Square, Trg Slobode, framed by the Neo-Renaissance City Hall and the towering name of Mary Catholic Church, creating an elegant backdrop. From here, pedestrian streets like Zemajovina and Dunavska invite visitors to wander among cafes, bookstores, galleries, and traditional shops. Along the river, the Danube Park offers a leafy escape where locals stroll, relax, and enjoy the city's vibrant atmosphere. The city's most iconic landmark is Petrovaradin Fortress, often called the Gibraltar on the Danube. Built in the 17th and 18th centuries under the Habsburgs, it features an intricate network of underground tunnels and provides swatching the veiled-eeping views over Novi Sad. Today, the fortress is world-famous as the stage of the Exit Festival, one of Europe's biggest music events, which draws tens of thousands of visitors each summer for nights of electronic beats, rock, and cultural exchange. Novi Sad is also defined by its cultural richness. The city is home to museums, theaters, and concert halls, and hosts festivals celebrating art, literature, and film throughout the year. Its multicultural character, shaped by Serbian, Hungarian, Slovak, and Croatian communities in Vojvodina, shines through in languages, architecture, and especially cuisine. Visitors can enjoy hearty Hungarian-style goulash, Balkan specialties, and local wines from the nearby Fruška Gora Hills, a region known for centuries of winemaking. Easily reached in just over an hour from Belgrade, Novi Sad is a destination that balances heritage and modern life. With its fortress rising above the river, youthful energy, and welcoming spirit, it stands not only as Serbia's cultural capital, but also as a symbol of openness and creativity in the Balkans. Drvengrad, also known as Kustendorf or Wooden Town, is a unique ethno-village in western Serbia that feels like stepping into a film set, because in fact, it was. Built by the famous Serbian director Emir Kusturica for his award-winning movie Life is a Miracle, Drvengrad stands on the scenic slopes of Mokra Gora, surrounded by mountains and pine forests. Since its creation in the early 2000s, it has grown into a cultural hub, blending traditional architecture, art, and nature in a way that celebrates both heritage and creativity. The village is entirely constructed from wood, stone, and natural materials, evoking the charm of old Serbian mountain settlements. Narrow cobbled streets are lined with log houses, workshops, and small galleries, each designed with rustic authenticity. At the heart of Drvengrad stands a wooden church dedicated to Saint Sava, alongside a small library, cinema, and art gallery. Interestingly, many of the streets and squares are named after cultural icons, Nikola Tesla, Che Guevara, and Diego Maradona, reflecting Kusturica's eclectic inspirations. Drvengrad is also known for its cultural life. Every year it hosts the Kustendorf Film and Music Festival, attracting young filmmakers, international stars, and artists from around the world. The festival emphasizes independent cinema and creative exchange, turning this small wooden village into a meeting point of global ideas. Beyond culture, Drvengrad offers serenity. Surrounded by Mokra Gora's natural beauty, it provides views of rolling hills and easy access to the famous Shagan 8 railway, a historic narrow-gauge line that winds through tunnels and bridges in spectacular mountain scenery. Visitors can stay in traditional-style lodges, taste local specialities like roasted lamb and homemade rakia, and immerse themselves in the slower rhythms of mountain life. With its mix of tradition, artistry, and landscape, Drvengrad is more than just a tourist attraction. It is a living expressive ion of creativity rooted in Serbian culture, offering travelers both inspiration and a retreat into nature. Uvak Canyon, in southwestern Serbia, is one of the country's most stunning natural wonders, famed for its emerald green river, dramatic meanders, and rich biodiversity. Carved by the Uvak River through limestone terrain, the canyon stretches across a protected reserve that showcases the wild beauty of the Balkans and offers unforgettable experiences for nature lovers. The canyon's defining feature is its spectacular meanders, vast snake-like curves of the river that can be admired from panoramic viewpoints high above. From these cliffs, the sight of the Uvak winding through deep valleys, surrounded by forested hills and rugged karst formations, creates an image that has become one of Serbia's most iconic landscapes. Boat trips along the river offer another perspective, gliding through the bends, past caves, and beneath towering cliffs. Uvak is also a sanctuary for wildlife. The reserve is especially famous for the griffon vulture, a majestic bird with a wingspan of nearly 3 meters. Once on the brink of extinction, the species has been successfully reintroduced and now thrives in the area, with colonies nesting on the canyon walls. Watching these birds soar effortlessly on thermal currents is one of the highlights of any visit. Other species, from eagles and owls to otters and wild goats, also call the reserve home. The canyon hides geological treasures as well. The Uvak cave system, among the longest in Serbia, features stunning underground halls, stalactites, and natural bridges, adding mystery to the landscape. Exploring these formations reveals the ancient forces that shaped the region. For visitors, Uvak offers adventure and tranquility alike. Hiking trails lead to breathtaking viewpoints, while eco-tours, birdwatching, and camping allow for deeper connections with nature. Local hospitality adds warmth, with traditional Serbian dishes and homemade rakia awaiting travelers in nearby villages. With its winding river, rare wildlife, and unspoiled beauty, Uvak Canyon is more than just a scenic attraction. It is a symbol of Serbia's natural heritage, a place where wilderness still reigns and where every view inspires awe. Zlatibor, a mountain plateau in western Serbia, is one of the country's most beloved destinations, known for its rolling pastures, pine forests, crisp mountain air, and blend of tradition with modern tourism. Rising to about 1,000 meters above sea level, Zlatibor has long been celebrated as a health retreat and holiday resort, offering visitors both relaxation and adventure amid unspoiled nature. The name Zlatibor means golden pine, a tribute to the golden hue of its pine trees under the sun. This natural beauty is matched by the region's mild climate, which combines fresh mountain breezes with plenty of sunshine, making it ideal for year-round travel. In summer, meadows burst with wildflowers, perfect for hiking, cycling, and horseback riding, while in winter, the gentle slopes of Tornik Mountain become a hub for skiing and snowboarding. Nature is Zlatibor's greatest treasure. Rolling hills, clear rivers, and hidden lakes create a landscape of harmony and peace. Popular excursions include visits to Stopica Cave, with its cascading limestone formations, and Gostilje Waterfall, where water plunges dramatically into a green pool. The Uvak Special Nature Reserve, not far away, enchants with its canyon meanders and griffon vultures soaring high above. Cultural life here is equally rich. Zlatibor is home to Sirogojno, an open-air museum village where traditional wooden houses, barns and workshops showcase rural life of the 19th century. The village is also famous for its hand-knitted wool sweaters and crafts still made by local artisans. Walking through Sirogojno gives visitors a sense of how people lived in harmony with the land, preserving traditions that continue today. Modern Zlatibor town has grown into a lively resort filled with hotels, restaurants, and entertainment. Its central square buzzes with cafes, souvenir shops, and markets offering local specialties such as kamak, creamy dairy spread, prosciutto, smoked ham, and rakia, fruit brandy. Despite its development, the mountain's calm surroundings remain just a short walk away, offering a balance of leisure and authenticity. Zlatibor also carries historical significance. During World War II, it was a base for partisan fighters, and memorials scattered across the region commemorate their struggle. This adds a deeper layer to the visitor's experience, reminding travelers that the peaceful landscapes once witnessed defining moments of history. With its golden forests, traditional villages, outdoor adventures, and welcoming atmosphere, Zlatibor represents the best of Serbia's mountain spirit. It is a destination where nature's beauty meets cultural heritage, offering experiences that are both invigorating and enriching. Gamzigrad Romuliana, near the town of Zajačar in eastern Serbia, is one of the most important Roman archaeological sites in Europe and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Built in the late 3rd and early 4th centuries, it was commissioned by Emperor Galerius as a lavish palace and memorial complex dedicated to himself and his mother Romula. The site is remarkable for its massive fortifications, walls nearly 20 meters high and strengthened by numerous towers, reflecting both imperial power and defensive needs of the era. Within the enclosure, remains of temples, basilicas, baths, and ceremonial halls reveal the grandeur of Roman architecture and the influence of both pagan and early Christian traditions. Intricate mosaics depicting mythological scenes and geometric patterns highlight the artistry that once adorned the palace floors. Gamzigrad Romuliana also held a symbolic role. It was here that Galerius intended to celebrate his divine status, and where he and his mother were buried, linking the site to the cult of rulers. Today, wandering through its ruins offers a journey into the twilight of the Roman Empire, where ambition, art, and history intertwine. Gamzigrad Romuliana is not just an archaeological treasure, but a living reminder of Serbia's place in the ancient world. Belgrade, the capital of Serbia, is a city of contrasts where the Danube and Sava rivers meet, where east and west intertwine, and where layers of history unfold beside a vibrant modern life. One of Europe's oldest continuously inhabited cities, Belgrade has seen the rise and fall of empires from Roman and Byzantine to Ottoman and Austro-Hungarian, each leaving their mark on its streets, fortresses, and culture. Today, it is not only Serbia's political and economic heart, but also a hub of art, nightlife, and resilience, embodying the spirit of a city that has been destroyed and rebuilt more than 40 times. At the heart of Belgrade stands Kalemegdan Fortress, perched high above the confluence of the rivers. Once a strategic stronghold for Romans, Ottomans, and Habsburgs, it now serves as the city's beloved park. Walking along its walls, visitors enjoy sweeping views of the Danube and Sava, while inside lie historic gates, towers, and museums. The Victor Monument, erected in 1928, symbolizes the city's endurance and freedom. From the fortress, the city unfolds into a mix of old and new. Knez Mihailova Street, a lively pedestrian boulevard lined with elegant 19th-century architecture, leads toward Republic Square, home to the National Museum and National Theatre. Nearby, Skadalia, Belgrade's bohemian quarter, charms with cobblestone streets, traditional kafanas, taverns, and live folk music, offering a glimpse into the city's soul. Belgrade is also a city of neighborhoods, each with its own character. Dorchol blends history with hip cafes and art galleries, while Zemun, once a separate Austro-Hungarian town, retains a romantic riverside atmosphere with narrow streets and fish restaurants along the Danube. New Belgrade, built after World War II, showcases wide boulevards, modernist architecture, and the growing business district, highlighting the city's forward-looking side. Religious landmarks reflect the city's spiritual diversity. The Church of St. Sava, one of the largest Orthodox churches in the world, dominates the skyline with its massive dome and gleaming white marble. In contrast, the historic Bajrakli Mosque and Catholic churches tell of the city's multi-faith heritage. Cultural life thrives across Belgrade. The city hosts numerous festivals, including Bajtef for theatre, Fest for film, and Exit's sister events for music. Museums like the Nikola Tesla Museum celebrate Serbia's greatest innovator, while contemporary art spaces foster a vibrant creative scene. Street art flourishes, transforming walls into colorful canvases that express both political messages and artistic experimentation. Belgrade's nightlife is legendary. Floating river clubs, known as splavovi, line the banks of the Danube and Sava, offering music and parties that last until dawn. From electronic beats to live jazz, the city's after-dark energy has made it one of Europe's top destinations for those seeking excitement. Yet, Belgrade is not only about its intensity. Green and spaces, such as Ada Ciganlija, a river island turned recreational zone, provide beaches, cycling paths, and water sports. Topčida Park and Avala Mountain, just outside the city, offer peaceful escapes into nature. Food and drink are central to Belgrade's character. Traditional dishes like cevapi sama and roasted meats are enjoyed in lively kafanas, often accompanied by rakia, Serbia's famous fruit brandy. At the same time, the city embraces international cuisine and modern dining, reflecting its cosmopolitan spirit. Markets like Zeleni Venac and Kalinic overflow with fresh produce, cheeses and spices, showcasing the flavors of Serbia. Belgrade also carries the weight of history. From Ottoman rule to the turbulent 20th century, including the Yugoslav era and conflicts of the 1990s, the city has endured hardships while continually reinventing itself. This resilience is etched into its identity, visible in memorials, museums, and the very atmosphere of a city that always rises again. What makes Belgrade unforgettable is its energy, a mix of grit and charm, tradition and innovation, melancholy and joy. It is a place where visitors can stand on ancient fortress walls at sunset wander lively boulevards, savor hearty meals, and dance until sunrise on the river. With its strategic riverside location, layered history, cultural richness, and unmatched vitality, Belgrade is more than just a capital, it is the beating heart of the Balkans. A city that tells the story of survival and creativity, and one that welcomes every traveler with open arms and endless discoveries.
Golubac Fortress,
Standing proudly on the banks of the Danube River in eastern Serbia, is one of the country's most striking medieval landmarks. Built in the 14th century at the entrance to the Đerdap Gorge, also known as the Iron Gates, the fortress guarded one of the most important strategic passages between Central and Southeastern Europe. Its location, where the river narrows dramatically, gave it both immense defensive power and breathtaking beauty. The fortress consists of 9 massive towers, connected by high stone walls, many of which still rise impressively above the Danube. Over centuries, it was expanded and modified by Serbs, Hungarians, and Ottomans, each leaving traces of their rule. Its towers once bristled with defenders, protecting traders, soldiers, and travelers passing along the river route. Today, carefully restored, the fortress allows visitors to explore its towers, gates, and ramparts, offering insight into medieval military architecture. Golubac's setting
as captivating as its history.
Behind it, the slopes of the Đerdap National Park rise steeply, while in front the Danube stretches wide before entering the dramatic gorge. This blend of natural and man-made grandeur creates unforgettable views, especially at sunrise and sunset, when the fortress walls glow in golden light. The site also carries a sense of legend. Its very name, meaning Dove Place, evokes mystery, while stories of battles and sieges echo in the stones. Today, visitors can walk restored paths, climb towers, and enjoy exhibitions that bring the fortress's long history to life. Cycling routes and boat tours along the Danube further enrich the experience. Golubak Fortress is more than a relic of the past. It is a symbol of resilience on the frontier of empires, a gateway to the Iron Gates, and a place where history, legend, and nature unite to inspire awe.
Kopernik, the largest mountain range in Serbia, is a destination where natural beauty and outdoor adventure come together. Stretching over 80 kilometers in central Serbia, it is best known for Kopernik National Park, a protected area rich in biodiversity and scenic landscapes. With its highest peak, Pansic's Peak, reaching 2,017 meters, the mountain is often called the Silver Mountain for its mineral wealth and snowy winters. In the colder months, Kopernik transforms into Serbia's premier ski resort. Modern facilities, well-groomed slopes, and reliable snowfall make it a favorite for skiers and snowboarders from across the Balkans. Beyond skiing, visitors enjoy snowshoeing, sledding, and lively après-ski activities, giving the mountain a festive winter charm. Summer reveals a different face. Meadows bloom with wildflowers, forests echo with bird song, and hiking or cycling trails open paths to breathtaking viewpoints. The park shelters rare plant species and wildlife, making it a cert haven for nature lovers. Pansic's Peak, named after the famous Serbian botanist, offers a panoramic view over endless ridges and valleys. Kopernik is also known for its wellness offerings, with spas and mineral springs nearby, as well as hearty mountain cuisine served in traditional lodges. With its mix of winter sports, summer adventures, and natural serenity, Kopernik is more than a mountain. It is a year-round retreat and one of Serbia's greatest treasures.